It's Doris with All the Books, and I'm here with the next installment of Shawn and I's book discussions of the Faber stories. This one is The Forester's Daughter by Claire Keegan. I'm really excited about this one. Claire Keegan is a renowned Irish author. She got her degree at Loyola University in the States and then went on to get a master's in creative writing in Wales. And now she's back in Ireland writing, and yeah, she has been published in the New Yorker, the Best American Short Stories, Paris Review, just among many others. Extremely respected out in the short story literature community. So this one has started off really well. I've only read about 12 pages, but she seems like one of those authors that is going to tell just volumes of a mesmerizing family story in just 66 tiny pages. So we shall see, but so far so good. She tells the tale of this couple that meet, and boy pursues girl and they wed, and then their children. We've already had the 3 children, and establish their characters and roles in the family. This is a farming community, a farm that the dad's trying to make it in the world. He bought out his brothers, and yeah, the wife never has settled into farm life, and apparently there's a dog that's going to play a pivotal role in the story. But that's all I've got thus far, but I'm really intrigued and enjoying the writing and wondering where she's going to take us. So what were your first thoughts, Shawn? I'm hoping that this is going to be a good one. We've had a couple rocky spots recently, so yeah, what do you think?
Hey Doris, well, I am glad that you are so enthused. I'm not as enthused as you, but my reservations are very tentative, and I am cautiously optimistic. I feel that so far it has been very little else than expository summary prose. It's reading to me like well-written notes summarizing a story, but I am very aware that this is only the first 12 pages of a 65-page story. So I am, like I say, optimistic. I just think it's very conventional story about a farmer. We haven't heard much about his forestry. That's confusing, or not, maybe I missed that. But farmer, search of a wife, she mistakenly agrees, their life is unhappy, children pop out. I don't think anybody's particularly well drawn, but the woman, what is her name? Martha, seems enigmatic, and the only thing that's really interesting so far about any of the characters, and their daughter is interesting, and that would be the Forester's daughter. So I'm expecting we're going to get a lot more about the daughter. So yeah, I'm very optimistic, but Martha's storytelling and the way that was described was one of the few moments where it wasn't just and then this happened and then this happened that intrigued me. I feel like it's a big cliche so far, and I'm waiting for Claire Keegan to round it out with some scenes. And I did catch myself thinking as I was reading these 12 pages, a short story is not just a paraphrase of a novel, and this setting up of the scene felt like it was a précis of something. So I'm hoping it does something more magical. Fingers crossed, Doris.
Hey, Shawn. Well, I think I have to say that I got a lot out of your comments, and a lot more out of your comments than I got out of the story. It was fine, but it was just fine. There wasn't anything that really stood out about it to me, and I finished it a week or so ago and had to go back and refresh my memory because I didn't even know what had happened in that short of time. So kind of a 3-star area, just fine. So really what stood out to me was with your comments when you said that a short story doesn't necessarily need to be an abbreviated novel, that's not really a good format for a short story, at least, not often. And that's what this was. It was just a really shrunk down, miniaturized novel. And it may have fared better as a novel, but as a short story, I was just kind of, you know, so felt kind of melancholy all the way through. And then I think I would say a slightly hopeful interpretation at the end. Maybe they all came to some realization. So, I mean, I guess that's good that when everything is gone, then you realize where your priorities should be, possibly. But yeah. What did you think? You were insightful in the first 12 pages, so I'm expecting some more of those insights here at the end. Take it away, finish it up for us.
Hey, Doris, so you're expecting an eloquent rant from me? This was a 2-star read. It was just more of the same. And then this happened, and then this happened, and the only thing that could have been good, but failed utterly, was we did finally get an extended scene where, what was her name, Martha, the wife, tells a story to a whole bunch of people at her house, all the neighbors, and her husband. I'm tempted to just say what the story was about and spoil it so that just to guarantee that nobody will read this, but I'll be nice to the readers, not to the book, and just say she tells a story, the sole purpose of which is to humiliate and achieve some kind of revenge against her husband. What? Who cares? Like, there was a vindictive story within a story. Meaningless. These characters were a bunch of sad sacks, so I didn't feel the hopefulness that you did at the end, but mainly, the only hopeful thing I felt was that I could put the book down and never have to look at it again. So, a short story is not a paraphrase of a novel. And this was just one event that was summarized after. And then, wasn't that just an incredibly convincing anthropomorphic dog? It was so badly done. No. Better luck next time.